well, I haven't even given a shout out to some of my good friends, Sherman and Dedaloo. They are who I learned about you from.
Yeah.
And so shout out to them. And I know that you analyzed Dedaloo's wife, Emily, her handwriting, and you were able to tell that she had a knee injury in just from her handwriting. Now, how is that even possible?
Well, it's interesting that handwriting does reveal a lot of physical stuff, physiological artifacts in the handwriting. And if you, it's kind of hard to explain it without showing it. But if you take the cursive letter F, it goes up and then it comes down and then it comes back up. So if you look at that F, the cursive F in particular, think of it as a model of the human body. So the top of the F is the top of the head and the bottom is your feet. And you could see the locations of various organs. I am not a doctor. I cannot diagnose illness, but I can point to different things like, and I have a whole talk that I'll have to send it to you, my lecture on health and handwriting. Yeah, sometimes there will be a little dot on the line, and that can indicate, something going on, or like in the middle zone, say in the E's and think of the vowel letter areas.
Sure.
There might be like a little light spot consistently in the ink line, because you want to make sure it's not just a bad pen.
Sure.
But it could be something going on in the stomach area.
Wow.
And I will, I'm sure you saw the videos about my daughter.
Yes.
And in 1999, she was 26 at the time, and she met a man who was in law enforcement, what is now called Homeland Security. It was the INS at that time. And he wanted me to look at his handwriting, which I did. And it was very alarming because there were big red flags, and some of them were physical. Not all of them, because some were just that he was an authoritarian, controlling personality, which was never going to work with my daughter, Jennifer. But in the tops of the top loops, like in the tops of the L's, they had a particular kind of we call it a flame-shaped loop. And then there was other things like that. And so I said to him, have you had a blow to the head? And he said, yes, on the job. I was hit in the head so hard I was almost blinded. And he had terrible headaches he was being treated for. Plus he drank, and she did too. And within a year, he had killed her and himself. So I couldn't look at that handwriting and say, he's had a head injury, so he's going to kill her. But all I could do is point out the problem areas. And they were both adults.
Exactly.
And
that's the one thing that I know. You can't predict the future, obviously, but you could just point out behaviors and patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's just,